saying you in the Army right now?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, where you from?
Man?
Yeah, originally.
Liberia.
Liberia. You're an Israelite, man.
Yeah. That's right.
How long you been in, man?
I've been in for 3 years now.
All right, what you think about the Army, man?
Well,
we ain't gotta put it on camera. Yeah, go ahead.
Well, number one, what you guys saying is right. Some part, I'm a Christian,
Yeah.
but you see, I'm not gonna lie to you guys. The Army is not for black person.
Yeah, we know that. I was in the military too.
Because right now, they're giving us a chip to put in our body. Right now, they're giving us a chip to put in our body. Right now, they're giving us a chip to put in our body.
There it is. Hold on. Go ahead.
Sir. Now, I can get in trouble for saying this. I didn't get in a whole lot of fucking trouble for saying that.
That's cool, man. Say what you gotta say, bro.
They put a chip in you, and once the chip goes into your system, they track your movement to whatever you are doing. They also give you a mark.
Yeah, it's all in the Bible.
They got 2 dots on my neck and 1 on my leg. But they gave me the mark beneath my tongue. That's what they're doing now. But they gave me the mark beneath my tongue. That's what they're doing now.
Can I ask where they put the chip at in you? Exactly.
It's beneath my.
No, I'm saying, can you feel it?
Yeah.
They just put it in your mouth?
Yeah.
That's it? You just got one in you?
He's finished, man.
He get his judgment.
It don't matter if you just got a 1, a half,
he got his chip,
you
man.
got, if you got one in you, you done.
It don't mean that I'm a devil, son.
No, it didn't say it means you're a devil. You bow. Get the scripture. Give me Revelation 13. This is Revelation.
Go ahead. Nah, you got it, brother.
It don't mean you're a devil. You just bow down to the devil. That's all.
I get money every month.
Judgment. It's a revelation. You get money every month, right? Right? Go ahead. He getting paid. It's a judgment. What shall a man give account for his soul?
Yeah. Now I'm not.
It's Revelation chapter 14.
That's right.
Verse 9. And the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, if any man worship the beast and his image and receive his mark.
And receive his mark. What's his mark? That you have.
It looked like this. That's what you got, bro.
A grain of rice thing.
That's what you got.
It was small like a grain of rice.
Look at
Bro.
Yeah.
Damn, man. Damn. So you saying they chipping a lot of military personnel right now? Is you saying? As soon as you go to MEPS,
anybody that entering MEPS,
anybody entering
his foot,
they get
sign that contract.
You getting chipped.
The first day you arrive at your basic training base, you're gonna get chipped.
You gonna get chipped. Goddamn.
Look at that. First day you heard it right.
Hey, it's the water, y'all. Watch it.
Water, y'all.
That shit, boy.
But here's my disagreement with that, right? It said the right hand or the forehead. So what happened when somebody got in their shoulder? Or their butt? Or their leg? So what happened when somebody got in their shoulder? Or their butt? Or their leg?
It don't matter. Like it don't matter which hand exactly it goes in. If you get it, you get it. But
so puppies in the pet store got the mark of the beast too?
Yeah, but they don't count because they animals. But the Lord is referring this. Of course, His word is directed towards what His people. You know what I'm saying? They putting chips. They putting the mark of the beast in dogs, cats. As far as what a GPS thing. But this is going to be, they telling you this is going to...
That's what it is, it's a GPS.
But for humans, they going to make it more than that. This is going to be the new system of things, period.
Okay, so
You know
wait, so let me ask you a question, right? You sleep in your bed, CIA kidnap you, and plant a microchip in you, then what?
Nah, it's going to be by choice. The Lord going to have it where it's going...
But what about people who don't got it by choice?
They going to
Do you realize there's people in the military who get their children that have the microchip in them from the moment that they're born? Well, so now those people ain't have a choice.
Because that's the Most High's will.
That's the Most High's will. That's not a choice, They're not part of the elect.
That's not a choice.
Give me,
That's not a choice.
Another thing, too, with the RFID microchip, it's more than just a GPS. It's a form of new currency, and it's a form of controlling you. Because
I could agree with the
because
new
look,
currency.
and anyway, when the scriptures say when it go into your right hand or your forehead, that's just an indicator. The Heavenly Father don't have to tell you arm, leg, foot, back, butt. You don't have to tell you that. It's an indicator. Whenever you receive that RFID microchip inside of your body, you be basically your spirit. You no longer, the Most High is no longer ruling over you. Now your master is the so-called white man because they can control you through frequency, through the chip.
Look, and we know through the spirit to get the deeper understanding, you got to dive into the words. And when you go into the word there, in Greek, the word is charagma, which basically means something that's inserted inside of you. So that's how we know through the spirit that it's the mark of the beast.
It's equivalent with Leviticus 19:28 when it said about tattoos. The Hebrew word there is kwai-kwai. Okay. You know what I'm saying? So kwai-kwai in the Greek, you know the New Testament was in Greek.
The Old Testament in Hebrew.
Right, but the equivalent.
So is that what y'all believe? Y'all believe the microchip is the mark of the beast?
Yeah, of course. That's the word of the Most High. You know
All right, I don't got no quarrels against that.
Look. But it's kwai-kwai when you go into the meaning of words to get an understanding. Of course, we look into words to understand the scriptures. To get a more deeper understanding of the scriptures. So in the Old Testament, kwai-kwai is equivalent to that. Now, when you go into Ezekiel 9:4, when it said, set a mark upon the heads of them that sigh and cry, now that's a spiritual mark. The Hebrew word there is tawaf. Okay. Which means what? A spiritual mark, which means what? Exempt from judgment. Right. It's not the same mark that's there in Revelations, which means kwai-kwai, which means what? I mean Salakia, which means charagma, which is what? A physical and branded mark. Right. So we go into the meaning of words. Don't you know Easter is in the Bible?
Yeah, I do know the word.
But we know we're not supposed to celebrate Easter.
Right.
So when you go and read that scripture and look it up and say
brother, so this is what I'm about to say to you. If y'all believe that that's the mark of the beast, that's fine. You understand? We don't teach that it's okay to get no dang on microchip. You understand? Because at the end of the day, there's a tribulation that's coming. And that tribulation is worse than what we're going through now. How the hell you going to get away with a microchip inside of you? You understand? So we don't teach no microchip is okay to get.
But I'm just saying, you saying you neutral on it.
I'm not, neutral.
Meaning you don't,
neutral, I can't, listen, I don't teach something like, put like this, right? Yeah. Let's say I don't have understanding on something, right? Right. I'm not going to teach something that I don't know I haven't proved in the scriptures. You understand?
Well, you're not fit to teach.
So that's
okay,
what the
scripture say. We have to
read
teach.
that. Ezekiel 9:4. Read that.
Ezekiel chapter 9, verse 4. And the Lord said unto him, go through the midst of the city.
So the Lord said, go through the midst of the city. Like we going through right now. Read on.
Through the midst of Jerusalem.
In the midst of Jerusalem, that's our people. Read on.
And set a mark.
And set a what?
Set a mark.
And set a what?
A mark.
Read on.
Upon the forehead.
Upon the foreheads.
Of the men.
So now you said that mark wasn't the same as the mark that you're reading about in Revelations, right? Right. Go to Isaiah chapter 28, verse 10. Because see, if we're going to debate about a microchip, that'd be ridiculous. We gotta come up. We gotta. Hold on, brother. Hold on.
Is the mark of the beast prophecy?
Yes, the mark of the beast is prophecy.
All right, so this person knows what the mark of the beast is.
But let me explain something to you, right? This is my thing. We out here bringing solutions. You understand? Our people don't know nothing about what no Greek word mean, what no Hebrew word mean. You understand? We have to bring clarification to our people. Watch this. Read that.
I got you, bro.
Isaiah 28:10.
Isaiah chapter 28, verse 10. For precept must be upon precept.
So precept must be upon precept. You understand? You will never read no scripture that go in detail about a microchip. Read on.
Precept upon precept.
Read on.
Line upon line.
So sometimes in order to get understanding, you gotta read one part here. Read on.
Line upon line.
Read on.
Here a little, and there a little.
Read on. Keep reading though.
For with stammering lips.
With what?
With stammering lips.
With what?
Stammering lips.
Read on.
And another tongue.
And another what?
Another tongue.
The Bible is written in English. That's plain. It's written in English.
But how could...
Go ahead, bro.
The Bible's written in English so we can understand it now today. But in order to get deeper understanding of the scriptures, give me. You have to look up words. Give me Acts 12:4.
Right. Now my point in bringing up the Bible being written in English, right? Because we know King James, and look up the word Bible. King James had the best Hebrew scholars, the best Greek scholars to translate the Bible. You understand? So now, they knew what they was talking about when they wrote the words. The same word marked in Ezekiel and the same in Revelations.
All right, but,
they knew what they was talking about.
But you can't deal with the Bible just on an English tip. You got to go deeper to understand, and this is a reason why. Read that.
This is Acts chapter 12, verse 4.
Right.
And when he had apprehended him, he put him in prison and delivered him to the four soldiers to keep him, intending after Easter to bring him forth to the people.
Right. It said after Easter. So you would think these disciples were celebrating Easter. You know what I'm saying?
But did it say the disciples were celebrating Easter?
No, it said Easter as a custom. So the people was keeping Easter.
Right.
So now when you take this, because it was Jews that was keeping these customs. But you know, when you read this was what? Around the time of the Passover. So to get understanding on that, when you go in Acts 12 and 4, you got the word what? Pesach. So you know it was the Passover and not Easter. Right. But you will never get that understanding if you don't go into what? The meaning of words.
Right. So now why did they put Easter there?
That's what I'm saying. You got different.
You know why they put Easter there? It's because the people who was translating it already was under a false doctrine that Easter and Passover was the same.
That's why you have to go into the meaning of words. That's what I'm saying. That's why you have to go. Look, the point still stands. By you saying that, you had the Biblical Destruction Group, if you know about that history, from 1776 to 1826, when it says, "Thou shalt not abhor Edomite." You know what I'm saying? To get full understanding on certain things, because the word there in the true context is not an Edomite. So to get a full, when you get
people who don't say Adam.
No, when you get full understanding and you look it up, it's not an Edomite. So to get understanding of these different scriptures, you have to go into the Hebrew. Read that. This is the prologue. Read.
For the same things uttered in the Hebrew and translated into another tongue have not the same force in them.
Right. Now, John 3:16, God so loved the world. Do you have to go into the meaning of the word world to understand that?
But the scriptures in English tell you what the word world means.
But it's over 14 definitions.
Right. But
it's over 14 definitions. Okay. Because look, if I'm debating with a Christian, and they say, look, John 3:16, I say the word world is a separate society. And you say, we teaching together. You say, go to the Webster's Dictionary. And we read all 14 of the definitions. They would say, yo, you can't pick and choose which definition you want to put there. It's 14 of them.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So you would have to go into John 3:16 in the Greek and grab that specific definition out so you could get understanding.
All right. But you do know that in the New Testament, you're going into the Greek. You ain't dealing with Hebrew. Because I know people who say, oh, see, this word is Iwalam. That's the Hebrew word for world. But that's not what it's saying in the New Testament. The New Testament is the Greek. We don't have the Hebrew text for the New Testament.
Do you know the Greek word for the word world?
What is the Greek word for the word world?
Hey, bro, you're not well, chief. You're not acting teach, bro.
Brother, read that. First Corinthians 14 to 13.
I asked you a question. What's the Greek word for the word world?
And I'm asking you. I'm asking you to inform me.
Okay, it's three of them.
Okay.
You got oikomene, which means the whole world. You got eon, which means a rulership, and you got cosmos, which means a group of people with customs and things in common, and culture in common. So when you go into the New Testament, you got eon, oikomene, and cosmos. John 3:16 is cosmos. Matthew 24 and 3 is eon, and Matthew 24 and 14 is oikomene. When you go into these definitions. So you said our people don't know nothing about no Hebrew or no Greek.
Right,
but
they
the
don't.
Lord said,
that's why we out here teaching them
3:15.
English.
This is Jeremiah.
But you have to give them understanding.
Jeremiah chapter 3 verse 15. And I will give you pastors according to my heart, which shall feed feed you with knowledge and understanding.
Right. And the thing is, it's a problem also. It's a problem also for two because it causes confusion, man. You know what I'm saying? You could, would you not be an active teacher and you're not preaching a proper doctrine, you confusing the flock, man.
All right,
that's what you do.
And guess what? You guys confusing the flock. But hold on, read that. 1 Corinthians 14 and 33.